hello. What are you doing here?
Hello. I was about to ask you the same thing. You are in a restricted area, you know.
Really? I didn't see any barriers.
Well, the barrier is sort of invisible. This property belongs to Lazzada Construction, and trespassing is prohibited.
An invisible barrier. Is it patrolled by invisible guards, too?
Quite right. Actually, I don't really care, as long as you don't get in my way.
I wasn't planning to. Have you seen a saint around here? Or anything that might somehow be connected to a saint? No silly jokes, please. I'm serious about this.
Okay. No jokes, but no saints either.
Is this pile of rubble really all that's left of Gatineau?
As far as I know, yes.
What are you doing here exactly?
I am surveying the land.
I can see that, but what for?
They're building a theme park, and the ruins of Gatineau are supposed to become part of the park.
A walk-in tourist attraction?
Precisely. And my job is to determine the paths along which hordes of tourists may wander without creating a hazard.
For the visitors or for the ruins?
Both. After all, 100 people crashing through the floor of a historic town would be rather unfortunate for the people, as well as the town.
Seems reasonable, but isn't there a risk that you might destroy something valuable here yourself?
No, the archaeologists have already finished. Otherwise, I would not be allowed to walk around here. And you shouldn't be allowed here anyway.
Just pretend I'm not here. What did the archaeologists find here? Anything exciting?
I don't know. They had already left when I got here.
Too bad. So there's nothing here now but rocks?
Did you have anything in particular in mind? Maybe I can help you.
In what way?
Well, the archaeologists might have overlooked something.
You mean you found something before?
Who knows?
That's robbery, an outright crime against science. My ex-boyfriend would take you to court for that.
But he is not here, is he? And since I am willing to turn a blind eye to your being in a restricted area...
I get it. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Exactly. If you should happen to come across something that might have historical value...
I'll bear that in mind. So, you're hoping to stumble upon a few historic relics?
Of course. Everyone must fend for himself, you know. And a surveyor's wages are not much to live on.
What are you looking for, exactly?
Anything that could be valuable. Silverware, ceramic jugs, coins, anything at all.
But with all this rubble lying about, how would you even get to it?
Don't worry. My car's loaded with heavy-duty equipment. I could pull a whole house down, so never mind a bit of rubble.
Oh, okay. I'll leave you to your work, then.
Okay.
A rock slide warning sign. A sign is screwed in place quite firmly. The town of Gatineau, as it must have looked in the Middle Ages. I'll just push one of these buttons.
Dear visitor, welcome to the Gatineau excavation site. We would like to give you a brief overview of the eventful and mysterious history of the medieval town of Gatineau. Please select one of the following options. In the late 7th century, Benedictine monks built an abbey on this spot in memory of the late Archbishop Walktrhough of Rouen. In just a few years, the abbey blossomed into a thriving town that gained particular importance due to its location along the trade route from Rouen to Paris. In the early hours of April 5, 1658, a devastating inferno raged in the streets of the small town. More than half of its population, caught asleep in bed, succumbed to the flames. Nearly all of the buildings were burned to the ground. For reasons that remain a mystery to this very day, the town's restoration was never even attempted. The few who survived fled to neighboring villages and towns in a panic. In a single night, a prospering town was transformed into a charred patch of earth that would not be built upon for centuries to come. When the construction work for a new theme park began in early 2002, the surveyors unexpectedly came across the remains of a long-forgotten town. Large sections of Gatineau have been uncovered over the past few years. The ruins and certain reconstructed buildings will be open to the public as part of the new theme park. A small museum is planned as well.
I wonder what's behind this flap. I can't get it open. The flap is screwed shut. What am I supposed to do? Go up on a mole hunt? I don't have time for that. I need to save the world. A mole went a bit overboard here, obviously inspired by the excavators. Aw, shucks. A great big tear in this here empty paper cup. A large sheet of aluminum foil. The cleanest, sweetest smelling snack stand I've ever seen. Of course, that might be because there's nothing cooking. It says, "Be right back." Do I look like the kind of person who just picks up anything that isn't nailed down? Yes, all right. I'm going to leave it there anyway. Here's something to get hooked on. I could tug at this hook, and the crane would topple over, and that would knock down the information board, unearthing the hidden oil well that I would quickly appropriate, and then... The sign says, "To the ruins of Gatineau." The sign can be turned, but what way should I turn it, and why? A solid concrete post. It is an ever-fixed post that looks on tempests and is never shaken. The Lazzara Construction Company is building here. I guess these are the largest letters they could find. A plastic boulder as the company logo of Lazzara Construction. How very creative. It's screwed tightly in place. Some construction workers spend months living in these things. One of the main reasons why I decided against working in this field. It's locked and secured with heavy padlocks, too. Looks like someone really wanted to make sure it would be safe. There's all kinds of stuff scattered on this table. An old power cable, a pocket knife, and a spirit level. A small cloth pouch. An extension cable. A spirit level with a built-in laser pointer. Goodness knows what it's used for. This little gadget has any number of amazing uses. An adventurer's dream tool. From the land of hole-ridden cheese and numbered bank accounts. Très chic. I would love to just hop in the car and drive far away from here. However, that wouldn't solve any of my problems. This car wasn't parked here yesterday. I can't repair it, and I can't really do any more damage either. I think I should just let it rest in peace. Oh, a statue. I wonder who it's supposed to be.
Oh, here you are.
Yes.
What is this statue?
No idea. I was hoping you could tell me.
There is a plaque on the statue.
Well?
The inscription is quite weathered. It appears to be a statue of Saint something. His name is barely discernible.
Saint?
Yes.
Our saint? The one Elise mentioned in her letter?
Yes, possibly.
I didn't think he'd be this easy to find. So now what?
Now I will try to decipher the inscription.
While I take yet another look around for more clues?
Exactly.
I feared as much. Did you discover any more clues in Sister Elise's letter?
Alas, no. I went through the trouble of retranslating everything, but there was nothing that caught my eye.
Can I have the new translation?
Certainly. At least we know now what to do. I decipher, you go on looking. Who knows? Maybe this inscription isn't the clue we're looking for after all.
What else then?
No idea.
Okay. I'll keep looking. This is very likely the statue Sister Elise mentioned, which means that this statue shows the way to the hiding place. Now, I only need to figure out what that means. Yeah, right. Only. Oh well. Where there's a will, there's a way. And where wood is chopped, splinters must fall. Time to hunt for the next clue. The arm is pointing towards the ruins of Gatineau. It's hard to tell the exact location from here, though. It doesn't look like the statue or any part of its body can be twisted or moved in any way. The head of the saint's statue. What's that he's holding under his arm? No idea what it's supposed to be. I can't see anything unusual about these legs. I can't see anything unusual. Good thinking. With a little luck, if I rest the laser pointer on the statue's arm, I should be able to discover where exactly it is pointing. Now the spirit level's laser beam points in the same direction as the statue's arm. The laser beam is blocked by the post. The sign can be turned. Let's turn it a little further to the left. Let's turn it a little further to the left. Let's turn it a little further to the left. Now the sign is lined up with the statue's arm. Right, the laser pointer should be pointing in exactly the same direction as the statue's arm now. Let's see where it leads. He's asleep on his feet. Amazing. Good morning. What a beautiful day.
What? Hello.
I guess it got a little late last night,
Excuse me, I must have fallen asleep.
It would seem so, yes.
Are you with the construction company?
Me? No, why?
I was just hoping that this misery here might come to an end.